Yes, welcome to the Mile High Hotspur. My name is LeoCoys. I'm an American Tottenham Hotspur fan, and I'm going to tell you why I'm 1000% backing Ange Postecoglou. Even if that means I'm part of a cult. Let's go, my homies. Yes, so as I was saying, I'm 1000% Ange, even if that means I'm going to be labeled as being a part of a cult. Now, what the hell am I talking about? Doesn't make any sense. Look, my homies, I was paying attention to another show a couple of days ago. As sometimes throughout the day, my homies, there's just very limited Tottenham content. Whether you're subscribed to these big channels or not, it's gonna pop up on your algorithm feed. And unfortunately, these bigger channels happen to have tons of trolls. And this particular day, this particular instance, they were going after some dude in the comments because he was Ange. And today, after the Newcastle match, I was watching one of these shows that again just has this fucking straight agenda-driven audience. Yo, the poor dude that was supposed to be debating the other homie was getting clowned. I mean, they were calling him names, saying mean stuff, you know, just calling into question the dude's mental state. And these moderators in the chat, you know, would block the shit that suited their agenda, but would let the offensive stuff be shown. For me, when I saw that, I knew that us as a fan base have gotten to this crazy point with Ange in and Ange out. And I by no means, shape, or form want to associate myself with any of these channels that are majorly Ange out. You know what I mean? Because it's okay to have your opinion, my homie. That's why I'm making this video, because I'm entitled to my opinion without having to feel like I need to explain why I have that opinion. Now, if I go into some of these chats and I say I'm Ange, I'm gonna be berated and molly-whopped with question after question and insult after insult. And look, my homies, I live very far away. There's really no sense in you trying to insult me. One, because I could care less. And two, what the hell are you gonna get out of it? I live so far away. If we lived on the same block, you wouldn't be fronting like you are, my homie. But look, it just sucks that if you're Ange, you're part of this cult. I don't understand it, why I have to be part of the cult. It seems like the cult is more you guys who have the issue with our current manager at the football club, who we share a similar interest in. Yet, some people choose to go crazy gung-ho at the manager because, of course, going after the chairman didn't result in much, did it, my homies? Going after the chairman doesn't really get you anywhere. Now we're gonna have a go at the manager. Why? Because we can always replace him, right? Why not have a go at some of the players that have just been awful all season long? Not one player, and I'm even including Kulusevski in this, has had consistent performances all year long. Kulusevski being probably the closest one to reaching that. However, not one player has been able to reach 4, 5, 6 continuous, 7, 8, 9 out of 10 performances. Just hasn't happened. Just hasn't happened. Now, I will criticize Ange Postecoglou, and I have criticized Ange Postecoglou when I felt I needed to. Sometimes in some games he hasn't made the substitutions, and I felt, what the hell are you doing, Ange? Yes, you get some criticism, but when your back's against the wall, like Ange Postecoglou's is, you get this media attention up, going against you, the way YouTube is going against him, the way the majority of pundits have been going up against him. You know, this whole I win a trophy in my second season, you know, it gets misinterpreted for something that he said. He did not say he guarantees he's gonna win a trophy. It's facts. He didn't say that. He was basically baited into answering a question which he answered honestly. Now, it's going to be turned into whichever way suits your agenda. I understand that. It is what it is. Now, Ange tactics. Let's talk a bit about Ange tactics. Or like some of you guys would probably think, what tactics? Ange has a plan going on, my homies. For me, it's evident. We're scoring tons of goals. I don't remember the last time. Again, if you know my channel, I'm not a stats guy. I'm not gonna throw numbers at you. I don't remember the last time we conceded this many goals. I don't remember the last time we've scored this many goals. I can say for certain, last season was not as entertaining as this season. We're scoring major goals. We're allowing goals in. I understand that. But for me, the games that we've lost, apart from like the Liverpool beating, what else? Which again probably could have went a different way given some circumstances. But we're not gonna make excuses. We got our asses beat. It is what it is. What other games? I mean, the Chelsea match we got beat. There's been some games where we got beat flat out. But there's been more games where Tottenham were their own worst enemy and where we gave up the lead, capitulated, or shot ourselves early, went behind, and just left ourselves too much of a hill to climb. Whichever way you want to spin it, tons of games, whether you're Ange in or Ange out, tons of games could have been different given the circumstances. Now they're not. We're talking facts. We're talking facts. These defeats are defeats and the victories are victories. We're at in the table because we're at in the table where we're at. It is what it is, right? With me seeing the amount of goals that we're putting up, the amount of chances that we've missed, a couple of PKs that we've missed, a couple of, you know, howlers from some of our goalkeepers that have allowed teams to either win or crawl back into the game, changing the trajectory of the outcome of the game. I take tons of this stuff into consideration. I also take into consideration the lack of substitutions that the homie should probably have made. Maybe the quality of substitutions that he makes. For me, I will never hate on Ange Postecoglou for playing the high line. Even when we're down by 16 goals and we play the high line, I'm gonna root and root and root because that's what I wanna see. An attacking team. When that happens, I understand we leave ourselves open for counter-attacking. I know that our team right now is not set up to have such a high line. And Ange Postecoglou has made some adjustments to that. No denying that Ange Postecoglou, given the injuries, given the suspensions, given the circumstances, there is no arguing. I don't care which channel tries to say different. There is no arguing that Ange Postecoglou has made the adjustments needed. He has. He has. Today at the Newcastle match was an example. He fielded a weaker starting 11 in the second half when Ange Postecoglou probably thought he was going to need these better players. He brought them on. He made the changes a bit earlier and he made smart moves, made smarter moves. This has been a reoccurring thing. At the beginning of the season, I can honestly say Ange Postecoglou was guilty of being more stubborn, but he has been adjusting. Probably not at the rate that some of you guys would want him to, but you can't hate on him for not being up to what you want him to be. At the end of the day, he's still our manager. Daniel Levy is still backing this guy. The players, which is most important, this is the most important thing. The players being the main reason Tottenham has been shit this whole season. The players being the main reason we've been shit all season. still come out and back Ange Postecoglou. I'm talking about Romero, right? Was he not the one that came out and said he's backing Ange Postecoglou? Didn't he say somewhere in an interview if Ange gets fired, he wants to leave as well? Now, how much can we read into that? Whatever, but no player has come out and said, what the hell's going on here? Nah, homie, I don't see these players not fighting and not playing for Ange. I see these players fighting and playing for Ange Postecoglou, which I think is where tons of these YouTubers get upset because the locker room still belongs to Ange Postecoglou. Contrary to what people want to think, it's my opinion, the locker room still belongs to Ange Postecoglou and his team. The minute he loses the locker room, he's gone. He's still here, which makes me believe these players love playing the way they play. These players enjoy playing the way they play. Why wouldn't they? They're scoring fucking goals left and right. They're scoring goals left and right. These players are the ones on the pitch, my homies. They're the ones that see these calls, they're the ones that see these goals go in. They're the ones that see the errors that they make. They're the ones that see possible referee calls that do or don't go our way. They're the ones on the pitch closest to the action. They're the ones in the locker room that see everything, that hear everything, that are responsible for everything. Not enough is being placed on these players. I'm not gonna front. Not enough responsibility is being placed on these players. Now, this could be for a number of reasons. Honestly, it could be. However it is you want to skin that cat, my homie, you're more than welcome to do so. I just don't agree with the whole narrative that Ange Postecoglou is the problem. Whichever way you want to spin it, there's evidence for you and there's evidence against you. That's just how it is. Everybody's entitled to go whichever way they want. Some of the polls from some of the bigger channels, are you Ange in or Ange out? They're not even a landslide victory for either or. It's split down the middle. So how can one side say the other side's a cult? I don't go into chat rooms dissing you motherfuckers. I don't go into chat rooms dissing you guys. It just seems counterproductive to have a fan base so split. Yet one side attacks the other one, and the one that's doing the attacking is the one that is right. I don't understand. Yeah, someone comes at you guys and you're fucking hurt right away. You get your feelings hurt right away. You guys, you know what it is, my homies? Tons of these bigger YouTubers with their narrative, bias, they're just a bunch of wolves dressed in sheep's clothing, my homies. Just a bunch of wolves dressed in sheep's clothing. The more we do bad, the more it suits their narrative and the more they're able to just shit on people like you and I that want Ange in, right? We're a cult. We're the cult. Yes, we're the cult because we want Ange in. Tons of us like this. Tons of us like being entertained. I'm entertained. We lost today. It is what it is. I'm not going to hang my head down, and I'm also not going to attack somebody for wanting Ange in. I'm going to defend myself against you pansies. It's unacceptable having to walk around eggshells, right, when you go into somebody's chat. So I asked my homies before we left the pub this morning, my homies, are you guys Ange in? I need to know. I need to know because I'm being told I'm part of a cult for being Ange in. Like, I feel like I'm the wrong one. It's taboo to be Ange in. It's unacceptable, my homies. But here in Denver, my homie, and I speak for the Colorado Spurs, we're Ange in, baby. We're Ange in. Future's bright. Future's lily white. Don't hate on the other people, my homies. Just because we're Ange in, whatever. You stay over there, we'll stay over here. It is what it is.
They not like us. They not like us. They not like us. They not like us. They not like us.